LA28 has announced Korn Ferry as a new founding partner of the Los Angeles 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games. The consulting firm will join the program under the designation of official talent and organizational consulting partner, becoming part of the highest domestic sponsorship tie of the event. With this announcement, LA28 confirmed that it has surpassed $2 billion in commercial revenue, with more than 30 months to go until we are able to see the opening ceremony. Organizers have stated that the overall commercial revenue target for the Games stands at $2.5 billion. Important to mention that the Games are chaired by Casey Wasserman, that is also the CEO of Wasserman, a global sports, music and entertainment agency with long-standing involvement in Olympic sponsorship, athlete representation and major event commercialization. Commercial activity for LA28 is executed through U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Properties, the entity responsible not only for sponsorship but also for ticketing, licensing and hospitality revenues. Korn Ferry will not enter the program in isolation, is obviously joining a list of founding partners where we already knew 6 other brands, and these individual agreements are widely understood in the industry to sit in the range of $200 to $300 million per partner, although exact figures will not be disclosed publicly. These agreements are not structured as cash-only transaction. Part of the value delivered by the founding partners comes in the form of value in kind, commonly referred as VIK. VIK, in practical terms, represents goods, services, technology, infrastructures, or operational capabilities that would otherwise represent a direct cost for the organizing committee. Instead, LA28 will procure Instead of LA28 procuring individually these elements, they are delivered by partners as part of their sponsorship agreements and counted toward the overall commercial revenue. This framework is central to understanding how LA28 has reached its current revenue milestone and how the Games are going to be delivered operationally. So let's take a look into the founding partners of the event and how is each of them into the Games and also the role that they will play in the delivery. Korn Ferry is joining LA28 as official talent and organizational consulting partner, as we have mentioned in the introduction. According to public disclosure, its role covers the recruitment, the onboarding, and the development of a workforce expected to exceed 4,000 people, spanning executive leadership, functional departments, and Games time operational staff across venue, operation centers, and temporary installations through Southern California. The relationship predates the founding partner announcement because Korn Ferry already supported previously the executive search process that led to the appointment of Raynell Hubert as Chief Executive Officer of LA28. Hubert previously served as CEO of the Arizona Super Bowl host committee, overseeing Super Bowl number 57. During the Games period, Korn Ferry's remit extends into leadership development, organizational design, and workforce performance. Logistics and long-haul mobility are going to be covered by another partner, in this case the airline Delta Airlines, which enters the program as official airline of Team USA and LA28. Public communications describe Delta's role around athlete and stakeholder transportation, coordination of delegation travel, and integration with Team USA programs. Delta activated similar rights around Paris 2024, flying Team USA athletes on Olympic-branded aircrafts and operating dedicated libraries. That same approach has been referenced once again in connection with LA28, combining cash contribution with aviation capacity, logistics, and brand activation delivered as value in kind. Connectivity and communications will sit with Comcast, announced official wireless communications service partner. LA28 has publicly linked Comcast involvement to the games, time network infrastructure, supporting competition venues, media operations, and operational hubs. Comcast is also one of the first partners to activate through venue naming rights, with the Comcast Squash Center at Universal Studios confirmed as a named competition venue. This is something that we are going to take a look later in the video, because as some of you already know, LA28 is the first Olympic Games that are going to have the capacity to sell the naming rights of their stadiums, contributing significantly to the increase of the revenue in commercial agreements. Other partners, technology and data, are covered by Google, designated as official search engine and cloud partner. Public disclosures reference cloud infrastructure supporting games operations, data management, and AI-enabled tools used by the organizing committee. Google's platforms are expected to support venue navigation, scheduling information, and access to competition-related data during the games, particularly as multiple events will run simultaneously across the city. High-frequency service and daily operations are addressed by Starbucks, that has been announced as official coffee partner. Public announcement reference service locations across Olympic and Paralympic villages, competition venues, and volunteer hubs, supplying athletes, officials, volunteers, and spectators throughout the games. Mobility across geographically dispersed games is going to be covered by Honda, which joins as official automotive partner. Public disclosures describe Honda providing a fleet of vehicles for athlete and official transportation. Honda is also integrated into the venue naming rights program, with the Honda Center confirmed as one of the venues retaining its commercial name during the game. One of the most visible competition integrations comes through Intuit, announced as official small business and personal financial software partner. Public communication reference Intuit support for athletes and small businesses through financial and tax-related tools aligned with Team USA programs. Intuit Dome is scheduled to host 5-on-5 Olympic basketball, making it one of the first instances in Olympic history where a revenue retains commercial naming rights during the games. Beyond the founding partner tier, remember, we have Korn Ferry, we have Delta, Comcast, Starbucks, Honda, Intuit, and I'm missing Google. Beyond the founding partner tier, LA28's commercial structure will also include official partners and event supporters, as we can see in different categories that will contribute to the value in kind. And also the Olympic Games are also going to be supported by the International Olympic Committee Worldwide Olympic Partners, often referred to as the top program. This global partner, including Coca-Cola Company, Visa, Samsung, or Omega, operates across all Olympic Games worldwide and contribute payments, technology, timing, and payments infrastructure and global marketing rights coordinated with the International Olympic Committee rather than with the local organizing committee. We have mentioned also about the venue naming rights, and this definitely represents a new chapter into commercial model in Olympic Games. LA28 confirmed that for the first time in Olympic and Paralympic history, competition venues may retain commercial naming rights under specific conditions. Announced examples, as we've mentioned before during the overview of the founding partners, include Intuit Dome, Honda Center, and the Comcast Squash Center at Universal Studios. This policy forms part of LA28's strategy to increase private revenue while maintaining operational control over competition delivery. From a financial perspective, we are about to get to the end of our episode. LA28 has reported a total operating budget of approximately $6.9 billion, funded primarily through private sources, including sponsorships, ticketing, hospitality, licensing, and IOC contribution. For a comparison, Paris 2024 reported a total project cost close to 9 billion euros, while Tokyo 2020 reported an official cost of $13.6 billion, with higher estimates depending on accounting methodology. Looking ahead, it is reasonable to expect further announcement from LA28 as they continue to build its commercial program with multiple sponsorship tiers, venue naming rights, and a clear emphasis on operational activation. Los Angeles 2028 is shaping up to be one of the Olympic Games with the highest visibility and integration of sponsors in recent history, supported by an organizing committee with a strong track record in commercial execution and brand activation.